Welcome into the Chinquapin Cottage Conversations. I'm Tony Ballman. Today, we bring our conversation back to the campus of the University of South Carolina at Aiken and continue our conversation with Dr. David Dillard-Wright. Dr. Dillard-Wright is an associate professor of philosophy here at USC Aiken, and as we mentioned in the last installment, he began his career as a Methodist pastor in rural Georgia, later converted to Hinduism, and now teaches philosophy and students of all faiths here at the University of South Carolina at Aiken. So welcome into part two of our conversation. And I invite you now as we flip through the pages of mindfulness and faith here on the Chinquapin Cottage Conversations. Dr. David Dillard-Wright.
Yeah, I don't think that there is a lot of theology behind it. I mean, abortion does not appear anywhere in the Bible. It's a sort of a wedge issue that unfortunately there's this kind of wedding of politics and religion, and I think it's pretty unfortunate. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with just keeping your politics and your religion separate. If you want to criticize a politician, you don't even need to bring religion into it. You can look at that person's policies, at their policy agenda, their policy proposals, and without attacking their religious belief. I think that America should be a pluralistic nation. I think that we should have all religions present here, and you don't need to attack a person's faith. Now, no, I don't think it is. The vast majority of Muslims are very peaceful. They're very contributing members of society. Are there bad actors? Yes, but there's bad actors in any religion. We're sitting here in South Carolina where Dylan Roof went into a church and shot 9 people and killed them. I don't know about his personal faith convictions, but he was not a Muslim, but he was a violent person, right? So we have, and lots of the terrorism instances lately have been people who were U.S. citizens who are radicalized here. They weren't coming in from overseas. So I think, religion can be a force for good or it can be a force for evil. And religion is never a standalone feature. There's usually a mix of religion, economics, and politics, right? So you can't always separate out religion, but I think it's irresponsible to denigrate an entire religion based on the actions of a few people. So I mean, it's fine with me if someone doesn't want to read it, but I would say, let's say that you really like to read detective novels, right? And you've been reading detective novels for 10 years. And then your friend says, oh, look, here's a science fiction novel. You should give that a try. I mean, it would be silly if you were to say, oh, I'm not going to read that. That's science fiction. I don't read that. But so you could be, I guess you could be depriving yourself of a rich and rewarding experience. And that's how I look at the various world religions. They're simply beautiful, and a lot of the wisdom of humanity is incarnated in these traditions. So I think it's good to at least be curious about religion because they're just tremendously rich experiences out there, and I just think it's part of being human is being curious and exploring and soaking up experiences, just like little kids do. I mean, they're curious about absolutely everything. So that's what I would say about religion. It's there's lots of just rich, rewarding things about really all of the world religions that I've studied. I mean, unfortunately, I I don't think it would solve. You could get rid of religion tomorrow, and we would still have violence. We would still have warfare. We would still have rich people and poor people. Um, Unfortunately, I don't think it would help. And to my mind, it would be a serious loss for humanity. So. I, I was at the Parliament of the World's Religions in Salt Lake City, and people say religion is inherently violent. Religion is causing all these problems in the world. Well, I was there for I think three days or so with people from all over the world, all different faith traditions, Sikhs and Muslims and Buddhists and indigenous people, all different faith perspectives. And let me tell you, there was not an unkind word said the entire time. Everyone got along perfectly well. Everyone sat down at meals together. They talked together in the hallways. So I think if we could, what the Parliament's trying to do, I think if you could take that and extend it out into all of society, then, well, I mean, we could get rid of religious conflict.
Thank you for tuning into part 2 of our conversation with Dr. David Dillard-Wright, Associate Professor of Philosophy here at the University of South Carolina at Aiken. If you'd like to find out more about the writings of Dr. David Dillard-Wright, check them out online at your favorite bookseller, Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, wherever fine books are sold. And check out his titles, A Mindful Evening, the latest, A Mindful Morning, 5-Minute Mindfulness, and more. Our thanks to Dr. David Dillard-Wright for this fascinating conversation. And thank you for once again tuning in to the Chinquapin Cottage Conversations. God bless you.